Everyone really keeps trying to understand enlightenment, ascension, overcoming this life, basically, escaping the matrix, even me. But what it really is, it's not about escaping, it's about integrating. Because just like you can't outtrain a bad diet, you cannot outrun a fucked up attitude or a bad attitude. And you can't outrun poor behavior. You can't outrun lazy habits. You cannot outrun your own deficits or deficiencies as a person. And you're not supposed to. You're not expected to. What is expected of you is coming from within you, but I'm here to reflect. What's expected of you is to do your damn best. Be your own excellent self. And that's going to look different from each person to the next. And what's happening to us is that we're comparing ourselves to someone else. For example, I used to compare myself to kindergarten teacher or people who just spoke real sweet and tender and kind, and they just had all this fluffy fucking language, right? And excuse my frankness, but I just feel like I need to get this out. And they would have all this stuff to say that just sounded like rainbows and ribbons and, it's just a bunch of poppycock for me. If I were to be doing that, totally fake. Completely 100% fake. But I tried that. I tried to be someone else. And then I was like, okay, you know what? No, that's not who I am. I'm just going to be outright bitch, right? I'm going to just go for it. Fuck it. You're just going to deal with me. You're going to deal with me. And then that didn't work out either because that's not me. So my balance, my polarity is to one extreme only so far, not quite kindergarten type teacher, not quite, rainbows and daffodils, is somewhere else. But my other polarized self is also further deeper into darkness, is something else. So my balance is somewhere right here in the middle where it's like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing, and we good. And I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to choke you. I'm going to try to help you. I'm going to give you everything I got. Basically. And so what that means to me is, okay, when I came to try to do this whole spiritual thing, I had this awakening and I was like, oh no, what's going on? Had to figure it out. Oh, and then I had all this regret about how I used to be and how I choke people out, how I have fights, how I was just outright angry teenager and tweens and all my life just having this chip on my shoulder. And I was like, oh, I've done a lot. There's this thing called karma. But no, there's no karma either. The only judge of you is you. So I'm speaking to you, speaking to me. So what I realize is I don't have to pretend to be something I'm not. I don't have to be some toxic, positive person. No, I do not. Because that's a pushover. For me to be doing that is me bending over backwards, working double hard, trying to coddle somebody else's fucking feelings. No. No. You will meet me right here in the middle. And I'm going to bring you everything of me. I will give it all. I will throw it all on the line. You're going to get my kindness. You're going to get my generosity. You're going to get my mouth. You're going to get my personality. You're going to get what I've learned. You're going to get my lessons. You're going to come and take that. But we're going to do it in a way where we are respectful in the middle. I'm going to meet you where you are. You bring whatever you are. And we're going to find our balance. But if I notice that I'm doing all the work, nothing that you come to me with questions, and nothing I suggest to you, you do anything about, and I'm doing everything in all the areas to be my utmost excellence at the best of my possible physical, spiritual, emotional, mental capacity, then we're unbalanced. Our team has fallen apart. My friendship with you, you as a colleague, you as my mother, you as my child, you as my brother, sister. I don't care what relationship we have. If you're my realtor, it doesn't matter. If you're my banker, same thing. Because what we're dealing with here is humanity. And humanity is not pretty. We want humanity to be pretty so much. We want to make it look like it's this golden age era and everyone is wearing gold and swimming in beautiful crystal turquoise swimming pools with dolphins and shit like that, rainbows and all that. It's not. Maybe it could be, but right now, that is not what humanity is. Even our genetics, our biology points to the fact that we're animals. We have an animal body and a food body. If we throw it down right, we got food on top of our animal body. Our mind is not one thing. We have a reptilian brain, right? We have a hippocampus, amygdala. We have all these hormones. We have genetics, and we have protein synthesis, and we create hormones. We have emotion senses, all of that. And then we have this little bitty tiny brain, this little bitty tiny limited brain. We're not much more evolved as a race of beings than a bird. Not really. Not really. If you watch chickens, you look out there and you see chickens, you'll realize they just don't have the biggest or most complex brain. They will run right into the mouth of a dog. They will hop the fence when they see a commotion thinking there's food, but there be cats and dogs and animals out there to get them. So this is us. We throw ourselves at the mercy of the wolves of the world by following these rules, conforming, and not calling people out for their bullshit. Not calling people out for their bullshit. And then when we do get an awakening, then we carry all this stupid guilt, all this stupid anger, all this other stuff. All this other stuff. And then we turn on ourselves. We turn on the one and most important person. Me. You. Them. So instead of turning on ourselves, why don't we just step to the plate? Step to the plate. Grab your knife and fork and spoon. Get into this. No more dabbling, running around here talking about what you think you want to do. Get into it. Don't chase shadows and ghosts and books and gurus and someone to tell you, teach you, spoon feed you something. Use whatever someone is telling you as, okay, let me check facts. let me meditate on that. Let me see what this really means to me. Because it might mean something completely different. The person you listen to the most might be off a little bit on that subject. No hero worship unless it's your damn self. And when I say that to you, I'm talking to me. Because right now, I'm just feeling like, man, this might just be my last YouTube video. If it even sees the light of day. So, you are built for this world. You are human. And just like if the world were to drop off, you would need to still eat. You would still need to drink water. Until you have awakened the DNA within you by being balanced and not being some kind of Sith Lord or some kind of, I was going to say something, but I'll just say some kind of softy instead of the word I was going to say, which is really inappropriate. But instead of being of either unbalanced person, you step to the actual plate and you just say, hey, you know what? I'm in the middle. This is wherever I am, whoever I am. Let me build on that guy. Because this is the ego personality that your explorer is here to be. You are not here to be someone else. And allow your fullness, meaning your higher self isn't out there somewhere, isn't deep in you hiding. It is you. You are that. But you will block yourself from it every time by being baited into these stupid arguments, by being dragged into guilt, shame, blame, thinking you need to hold someone else up. No. Or by lashing out irrationally because, you forgot where you were, honey. You forgot you were in the matrix, and you forgot there's so much energy swirling around you that unless you stay on top of your game, it's going to pull you to the next world that you don't want to be in. And so when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. And with that, I think I'm going to end there. That's it.